Israel has offered ceasefire and hostage proposal to Hamas, says Biden.
Here's a summary of the article.
Israel has offered a comprehensive new ceasefire deal to Hamas, according to US President Joe Biden. Mr. Biden urged Hamas and prominent figures in Israel not to lose this moment, after ceasefire talks ground to a halt at the start of the month when Israel refused a permanent end to the war and ramped up its assault on the city of Rafah. The office of Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said its main goals are the return of all our abductees and the elimination of Hamas military and governmental capabilities, with a statement claiming the three-stage proposal allows Israel to maintain these principles. The first phase of the proposed deal would be a ceasefire lasting 6 weeks, during which Israel and Hamas would negotiate a permanent end to the fighting in Gaza, Mr. Biden said. Phase 2 would involve Hamas handing over the remaining 100 hostages and Israel withdrawing all of its forces from Gaza. Mr. Biden claimed Hamas is no longer capable of carrying out another attack like the one on the 7th of October. The group said it was prepared for a complete agreement, including hostage exchanges, if Israel stopped the war from its side.
This post received a score of 16,000, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Some more details from the BBC.
Greater Than Sky Middle East correspondent Alistair Binkal says he has been told the deal has not been made, with the cooperation of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. That seems interesting.
As soon as the war ends, Netanyahu is done politically and will likely face corruption charges when he leaves office. He wants this war to go on as long as possible.
Reddit always thinks Bibi is about to get booted out, and yet years and years of this being predicted and he's still around. We'll see. War or not, I don't think he's going away like you predict.
The reason he stayed in power for so long was not because he is well liked, but because of how the voting system works in Israel. The coalition he has is held up by a thread with idiots like Smotrich and Ben-Gvir who don't have a lot of voters. Anyway, at the last elections, many people didn't know who to vote for anymore. The opposition's government just fell down and it felt like it's either Netanyahu or another election season, so lots of people didn't vote anymore. I can 100% guarantee you that the next elections will look different.
Get out of here with your insight and nuance.
I think Biden held a press conference and announced this because he didn't want international media twisting the narrative like they did with the last ceasefire debacle. Last time, the international press reported that Hamas had accepted a ceasefire proposal and put the onus on Israel to respond, even though Israel hadn't even seen the proposal and the new terms Hamas agreed to seemed to be dictated by Hamas. This time Biden is making very clear whose court the ball is in. Smart leadership. The international press can't be trusted at this point.
And the US and Israel were both completely betrayed by Egypt, who had their own side negotiations going on and lied to everyone else about what they were showing Hamas.
As an Egyptian, it's not clear at all where Egypt even stands. They seem to hate Hamas and Israel equally, ignoring what their people are feeling as usual.
They want Israel and Hamas to continue fighting indefinitely. Like you said, they view both as enemies, so they likely want to weaken both.
That's a good point actually. I always believed they just really didn't want to be a part of this conflict, so they just wanted it to end ASAP, so that sabotage attempt was made. But thinking about it, it makes no sense that they thought Israel would just accept the changed deal without realizing it has changed. The only thing I know for sure is that Egypt does not want Hamas and Sinai, so they're not letting Palestinians in.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.